Hello, mate. Back for another episode. It's getting close to Thanksgiving. I mean, not now. So it's funny recording this in the future. Like right now, it's like not even Halloween yet, but here we are talking about Thanksgiving. Anyway, this episode is called Labs, Factories, and Automobiles. It'll make sense soon, I promise. So what's your favorite holiday? I do favor Thanksgiving though, because like my mom makes this dessert. It's the sweet potato casserole thing. It got like the sweet potatoes and brown sugar. This is not a cooking channel, but it's to die for, trust me. So this week we'll deal in 3D animation. Towards the end of my schooling, I had online classes, and since I was an animation major, mostly 3D animation, really not like 2D, we had to do several projects dealing in 3D. And I must say, I truly hate online classes. Like, it's convenient, but it takes out of the college experience for me. Like, I'm used to being in a classroom with people and we like joke around and talk about projects, bounce ideas out. I mean, I had friends in there. I think Jordan was in there. And I know Rakeem was in there, but like, it wasn't the same, yo. And these projects that I'm about to show you, they're not all the projects. I think it was like one more, but it was like it was a sound thing. We had to add sound and something. It really wasn't that important. And the last one was a demo reel, because the last class was like to wrap my whole college experience up. So I'm not going to add that to the video. But without further ado, here are my animations. Hey, remember last episode I told you about texturing and stuff? This is where I did my most texturing. Most stuff, what program is this? Oh, this was all made in hand gesture. So yeah, this is the untextured version of my final project. You see the desk, and here's the flask without, is that what it's called? Flask? Whatever. Without texture. I don't think I did too much to it. I might add like a glass texture, I can't remember. So this is the only 3D product that they have on Mac that I know of. Other than like, what's it called? ZBrush, but we didn't really learn that in school. We only learned 3ds Max and this. So yeah, sidebar. What y'all been waiting for? Boom. That was corny. So this is what it looks like textured with lighting. I didn't do anything with the sink. I think the sink was just what it was, and I didn't do anything with the fire extinguisher or the first aid or the trash can. But I would like to draw your attention to the floor. You see that slight shadow? I did that. Well, I mean, like, I added a texture to it. It was a glossy type material. The floor has a texture on it, as well as the chair, the desk table, the book, the ruler, the blackboard or the whiteboard, whatever you want to call it. You see the shadows reflecting, or you see the sun casting a shadow, on the globe, the desk, the other scientific utensils, and as well as the shadows in the corner where the sun doesn't reach. I still think this is amazing, but looking at it, I know there's some things I would do differently. Like I would add a light source inside the classroom as well as the one coming outside, but you know, I think it's still dope though for being 6 years old. So I must say I've deceived you, and I've deceived myself, because I assumed that this project was solely made in, when in fact it was not. I believe I made all the assets in 3ds Max, and I put it in so I can render it out. So I'm sorry, but it's still beautiful though. From this moment on, I vow, you know what, I promise that I'll never lie to you again unless I misremember something else. In that case, I'm sorry. Anyway, next project. So, as much as I hate to say this again, so the lab was actually made in 2013, but I forgot about it because I had to switch programs and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was finished till its fullest in 2014, so does that count? Alright, so to prove to everyone that there's no cap in my rap, I'm gonna show you the program. This right here is, and I even have it at the top, it's 2014. Let's get it. So This right here is like the wireframe of the whole building. The project, if memory serves, was to do particle effects, I think. And I chose to do like a factory with smoke coming out of it. Now, it's kind of basic now. But when the textures and stuff come up and you see a smoke move, you're like, oh, that boy did his thing, you know? So anyway, this is one side of it. This is the other side. We had to do like 3 faces to show whatever it was. Well, I did 3 faces. I don't know if that was the thing. But these are the different faces of the factory. And I'm about to show you the smoke in just a second. Something that always tickled my buttons is like the smoke looked like hearts. That was unintentional. I don't know why I looked like it at the beginning, but that's what happened. And this is my first rendering of my factory. Those who don't know what rendering is all right, so you know how like you record something on your phone? In order to record something, it takes a series of pictures and then it kind of puts it together and makes a movie of it. So that's what this is. This factory, all this smoke, is single pictures that are put together to create motion rendering. I hope I explained that right. Smarter people than I can explain that much better, but that's what I got, rendering. And this is my swag. No, this is the final product. I took away some windows, added some windows, conveyor belt, little cutout area. I was gonna have a box or something travel from it, but I just never did it. There's a ladder in the back. I'm gonna zoom in right here. Just some set dressing. The smoke actually has wind to it. Like, you can't see it because it didn't run long enough, but if it ran long enough, the wind would push the smoke to the left. I added a texture of the sky in the background. And thinking back on it, I probably should have made the clouds move too to show motion, but it is what it is. And I didn't think, this project wasn't about the white clouds. It was about the black clouds. Yeah. Next project. And this project was about how creepy it is to be out past your bedtime and the boogeyman comes pick you up. I'm kidding. So this project was a PSA. Our teacher wanted us to come up with a scenario to warn people. I know one guy in my class did like falling down the stairs or something crazy, some falling in the shower. I don't remember what it was. But the one I did was drunk driving. And this is supposed to be more elaborate than it really is, but time constraints and I really couldn't get my full vision out there. I just want to point out that's the same stop sign I made the year before this. Life is funny. See, things come full circle. Just wait on it. This car project was also made in... Alright, I'm done. That joke is probably dead by now. And it's the last time you'll hear this joke because it's the last 3D project I did. You're welcome. Well, not the last one I did, but the other ones in like copyright stuff, so I can't really talk about it. But at the bottom left corner, you see this, the Y, X, and Z. The Y is the height, the X is the width, and Z is the depth. This is how you measure in 3D space. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. Anywho, but like I said, my project dealt in drunk driving. Be it this is an extreme version of drunk driving. I hope no one's out here Fast and Furiousing it, but this is a worst case scenario. Like, hopefully it doesn't get this bad, you feel me? The line on the ground was to guide the car to the destination I wanted to go to. And they have this path guide system, if memory serves. So I picked the start point and the end point, and I was allowed to edit the path. That's why, you see when it flies around the corner, I did that and the little bumps in the road, like right here. I did all those jumps and stuff, and I just put the car on the path and did the rest. Before I show you the finished version, I just want to say that the cones in front are the lights, if you were wondering, because I just completely forgot about that part. So yeah, here is my finished product. No, skirt. That was the slowest car crash. All right, so as you see, I did the texturing on the buildings, the tree. I didn't do too much to the car. Also, side note, this was not my car. I didn't make it. I got it off of ZBrush, I think. They had like a car model. And I was going to actually model the car. Like I was going to put details on it, but I was in a time crunch and that would have took way too long. Because I wanted to have the tires move and all type stuff, but I couldn't figure out how to do motion. Because I know it's a way that the pavement could have been solid and the tires could have rolled over the solid path or something. It's possible. I just didn't have enough time to figure it out. I need to turn this in 4th grade, so excuse me. Outside the Trankenberg, I think this is my favorite animation. Well, 3D, because like I have a 2D animation joint that's out of this world, at least in my opinion. But this project was cool because there's a lot of little things that you only see if you keep looking at it. Like the car actually crashes into the tree. You see it's bent. Let me show you. Even if you go back a little farther, see the car like hops the curb. And watch this. And boom. Right there. Let me pause it. I think I did that by hand, to be honest with you. I think I took a bunch of polygons and just like crushed them. Because I don't think the tree had physics like that. But even if it did, the car, I tried to do it like the practical route with just a regular car and make it a soft body object or whatever the term is. It never worked out for me, so I just ended up doing that. But yeah, it was a lot of little things about this project that made it dope to me. The way the light poles did, and I got to use my stop sign again and stuff like that. And here we are, another episode down of Phil's creative journey. How you like it so far? You laugh? Maybe you didn't laugh? Do you think the X joke's too far? If it is, let me know, all that type stuff. Next week, I'll be tackling 2015 stuff. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.